The Detroit Lions going to Soldier Field looking to get their first win of the 2021 season.
Did you realize that you were a champion in their eyes?
Hello everyone, my name is Derek and welcome back to the Gridiron Blitz. On this channel, we do predominantly Detroit Lions content with 3 live streams a week and sometimes college as well. Thank you guys. We are 15 subscribers away from 19,000. So a lot of my content is not watched by subscribers. So if you're interested, go ahead and hit that subscription button. It's been a rough year for Detroit Lions fans and a rough week in general. Justin Tucker's walk-off record-setting 66-yard field goal really still stings in the hearts and minds of Detroit Lions fans. But just like the players do, we have to move on. And moving on, the Detroit Lions are going to Soldier Field to face a team that gave up 9 sacks last week against the Cleveland Browns. While the Chicago Bears have a win under their belt, the Detroit Lions are looking to get their first of the NFL season. And we're going to go over the stats like we always do, and I'll give you my prediction for this game at the end of the video. This is the closest all year that the Detroit Lions have been in the matchup predictor. 41% for the Detroit Lions and 58.7% for the Chicago Bears. Now, I don't think Andy Dalton is starting, but when his knee, Matt Nagy has already said when his knee heals that he will be back. Now, I forgot that they have Nick Foles on this team as well, but he is probably not likely to play anytime soon. Jared Goff, 86 for 123 for 801 yards, but only 5 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. Andy Dalton, who probably won't play this game, 36 for 49, 262, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. We heard that DeAndre Swift his load will increase this going forward. DeAndre Swift has 33 carries for 123 yards, 1 touchdown. David Montgomery, 46 carries, 203 yards with 1 touchdown. And still, even after last week, TJ Hockenson only getting 10 yards on 2 receptions is still the leading receiver on our team. 18 receptions, 173 yards, and 2 touchdowns. We got Mooney, 12 receptions, and 101 yards. If you go to the injury report, Trey Flowers, Michael Brockers, Romeo, and DeAndre Swift are all questionable, which means they'll likely play. And our kicker, Austin Seibert, is out. If we go to the Chicago Bears, we have Crawford, Dalton, Gibson, Mooney. You got the linebacker here as well. Now, he's out while Tayshaun Gibson is questionable. So we'll see if Tayshaun actually plays. Now, let's go to points per game. I know you guys can't see everything, but I will scroll as I go forward. The Lions scored 22.3 points a game. The Chicago Bears only scored 13.3 points a game. So the Detroit Lions 10 points more. Points allowed, 31.7 for the Lions and 25.7 for the Chicago Bears. Total yards allowed. Their defense is stout. Chicago allows 234.3 yards a game to the Detroit Lions, almost giving up a total of 400 yards at 372 yards per game. Yards passing, 267 for the Detroit Lions and 133 for the Chicago Bears. Rushing yards, 105.7 for the Lions and 101 for the Chicago Bears. So they're pretty evenly matched in the rushing department. Yards allowed, 401 for the Detroit Lions to 377 for the Chicago Bears. Passing yards allowed, they both pretty equal here. I know you can't see it. 287 for the Detroit Lions to 250 for the Chicago Bears. Rushing yards allowed, pretty even here as well. 114.3 for the Lions to 119 for the Chicago Bears. The Detroit Lions have lost their last 5 games dating back to the preseason. If we include last year, the preseason, and this year, the Detroit Lions are on a 10-game losing streak. If we include the preseason, if we go all the way back to last year, include the preseason, the Detroit Lions are on a 10-game losing streak. If you take out the preseason, 7 regular season games. So the longest losing streak that we've had in recent years was the end of the 2019 season when former quarterback got hurt. Going into the 2020 season, losing, and our first victory came on a Matt Prater kick to have the Detroit Lions win against the Arizona Cardinals. So we are now about 5 games. I think that was an 11-game losing streak dating back over 2 seasons, and now we are really, really close to that, even not including the preseason. The Chicago Bears have gone 2-3 in their last 5 games, going 1-2 during the regular season. They opened up that debacle against the Bears the opening weekend of the season. They lost. They won. They beat Cincinnati, and they lost in horrible fashion to the Cleveland Browns. If you look at these two teams, I think these two teams are as evenly matched as you can get. I think this is the first time the Lions will have faced a pretty much evenly matched team. When we get to Minnesota coming up very soon, I don't think we're going to match up evenly against them. But here, I think these teams are pretty evenly matched. And that gives me, that leads us to my prediction. During the offseason, when we did the preliminary records, and I said what the Detroit Lions would do, I'm going to stick to that. I said that they would beat the Chicago Bears, and they would beat them in week 4. Now, this is whether Justin Fields was playing or Andy Dalton, and I was having them win either way. The Detroit Lions were a yard away from their first win, if you want to look at it like that. Or you could say they were a 4th down and 18.5 yards away from their first win. So the Detroit Lions are getting better every week. I still don't know what the final count will be as far as the record on the season, but I'm going to stick right now to my 6-11. And I do have the Detroit Lions beating the Chicago Bears on the road, getting their first win of the season. So the Detroit Lions will stop their 7-game in-season losing streak, 10 overall, and beat the Chicago Bears. Not sure what the score will be, but I do and have always had the Detroit Lions getting their first win of the season against the Chicago Bears in week 4. So let me know in the comments below. If you do score predictions, leave it in the comments below. Who do you think is going to win this game? Let me know. My name is Derek. This is the Gridiron Blitz. Be sure to subscribe, ring that notification bell, set it to personalized so that way you can only get the content that you want to see. And I'll see you in the next video. I'm hoping this game doesn't almost give me a heart attack.